made his mark in terms of local football. Ignatius, good morning.
Good morning, friend.
How are you doing?
I'm good, Nathan.
we haven't spoken in ages.
Yeah.
But you've been out there doing big
things. I think
things.
It's been like 5 years now.
Yeah,
it's been 5 years.
You've been out there doing big things.
What will you do?
Everything cool?
We did fine.
Yeah. So what are you doing? On holiday?
Holiday,
Yeah, Ray, Ray, you see, that's how you want to live your life. So that when you come to Ghana, you visit. Yeah. This is a good life.
Yeah,
you visit Ghana. How is life in Sudan like?
So because they are fighting, I've never been there.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately.
I see.
So we have been in Saudi Arabia, basically. And then we play matches in Libya. Basically. So these are the two countries.
So you spend more time in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. And then you go and play games in Libya, you play Morocco and all of that.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's
the
nice.
good life.
Yeah, that's a good life. At least you're not living in Sudan, but you're living in a comfortable place. You can travel around the world.
So how is life in Saudi Arabia like?
Very calm. For me, somebody like me, it's very calm, and I don't like it.
Oh, yeah. You want some life?
No, apart from wanting life, I cannot miss my Sunday masses. Missing daily mass and missing Sunday mass is huge.
I see.
Because for us Catholics, you have to go to mass on Sundays and day of obligation, like today.
Like today.
Yes, today.
So that's Ash Wednesday.
Yes, for everybody.
I see.
So if you are there and you miss it, that's the only. But apart from that, anybody who knows me knows I'm calm when it comes to my personal life. So apart from that, the environment is good for living.
I see.
The place, especially where we live, is away from all the noise like Jeddah and Riyadh, where the big like the Kumasi. We live in a place like let's say if it was Ghana, I would say a place like Koforidua somewhere, like very calm place.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do you go to watch some of the Saudi League games?
No, it's too far away from us.
Oh.
They mainly play in Riyadh, and it's like 7 hours drive from me.
See.
So
Wonderful.
I don't try at all.
I see. I was asking you a question earlier. Do you watch the Champions League last night?
Yeah,
Which of the games did you watch?
Especially Arsenal. I support Arsenal. And occasionally I have like two something. So occasionally I'll peep the Real Madrid game.
The Arsenal game. It was a good night for Arsenal.
Yeah, I should think so. It's as your panelists were saying. I think it was PSV played into Arsenal's hand with the first number 9. I think the best thing is to sit deep, and any team that will sit deep against the first number 9 will always punish you. So I look at the play, and it's like, but that's at that level. You are playing at home, and you cannot think that you have to sit knowing that Arsenal will come home. Maybe you'll get one set piece and will score, and from that they will knock around. You want to do something, and you can also admit that the goal came too early for Arsenal, so to speak. So you had to now open up and then play to get something out of the game, so that because by I think by 40th minute it was 3-0. You have to open up now and play to your fans, at least to get something out of it, and then.
But in opening up, you are more vulnerable.
Yes, because when you see teams that possess quality, that's the biggest. That's why I disagreed with one of your panelists that when Arsenal meets the big people, because for example, if Arsenal meets Real Madrid, they have two ways to play. Real Madrid, either to open up or to sit deep, and I'm sure Real Madrid is on the team that will want to sit deep. You understand? So playing a false number 9 they always play into Arsenal's hands, knowing how to press, knowing how to, like I said, to pass the ball very well. Because Arsenal is not the first team to apply this false number 9. No. We are only talking about the personnel in it, but a lot of teams have used this false number 9 and won championship. But it's just that when you meet teams that sit deep. So you remember the time of Pep at Barcelona when he was employing false number 9. Anytime he met Chelsea, it was extremely difficult game, because now they sat deep, you had no space to play, and even if your number 9 dropped like yesterday, Merino was dropping, still they did not follow him, so there were no spaces for you to play, and that's exactly what West Ham did in the game that they beat Arsenal 1-0, and exactly the same Nottingham Forest did, such that Arsenal could not have openings. So I think that playing these teams, they have to now up their set pieces very more, so that at least you get a set piece goal and the team is forced. And if a team as soon as Arsenal gets the first goal and the team is forced to come out, then Arsenal can beat them.
They'll beat them.
2-0.
You said something interesting. So the trick to succeeding with the false nine is, so the false nine is to almost like lure defenders out of their shape, so somebody else goes into
so
that
when you look at, for example, the days of Salah, is it Firmino and Mane. So you saw Firmino never scores too many goals like Salah and Mane would do, because he was being employed as false number 9. So he draws the centre backs in, there is spaces behind them, and then the balls goes for Salah and Mane. So if you play them, if you are deep, if you sit deep, okay, take the ball and come. They still don't get you. But if you open up to play them, then glory, hallelujah to you.
you score.
They will score too many goals, and that's what exactly happened. When you look at the scoreline, you might think PSV was that 4, but it's just that the Arsenal were too good on the day. And trust me, go and watch the West Ham game again. Still, Arsenal created openings. Watch the Nottingham Forest game. Arsenal created openings, but when you have a lot of pressure on you as a new number 9 to deliver, that's where you get things wrong. But as I'm saying, in the league, Arsenal is losing. I don't think they are losing the league because of what do you call it? Because they don't have a number 9.
I see.
Because in the first half of the season, when they had number 9, is it Bournemouth? Beat Arsenal.
Yeah, they did.
They drew against City. They drew against Liverpool. Newcastle beat them. Yeah. They drew against Chelsea. They had proper number 9 then. They had 2 of them. What's his name? Gabriel Jesus and Havertz. Yeah. So it doesn't come back to, because Arsenal is losing the league because they don't have a number 9.
I see.
They might just not be good enough this season as they were last season. Or Liverpool have been too good for anybody's liking, and so they are not losing points.
I see. We are chatting with Ignatius Osei-Fosu, assistant head coach of the Sudanese national team. Let's talk about how did you get to work with Kwesi Appiah in Sudan? Because 1 minute you are here, the next minute Ignatius Osei-Fosu is in the back room, and then he's knocking Ghana out of an AFCON qualifier.
So for me, I always tell people that I'm the special child among my siblings. And my siblings know I'm a special child. I'm too special in terms of blessing. Because look, I'm the only one in my family that my father bought a car for me at the age of, I think, 21.
I see.
He bought a car for me. I'm the only one. Because it happened that he should buy it then. And when you look at my coaching career, I've never lacked a job unless I turn down a job. I moved from Liberty. The next moment, I'm at Somalia. I come from Somalia. The next moment, I'm at 11 Wonders. I leave Liberty, 11 Wonders. The next moment, I'm at Mediama. From Mediama, I go to Dreams. From Dreams, King Faisal. So it's like I have never stayed like 2 years without job. Even 1 year, it doesn't happen. Maximum 3 months. And if it is more than 3 months, it is because I decided I'm not taking a job. So I was with King Faisal. When King Faisal was relegated, I decided that then my people were like, your name is too much, Ignatius, please go and do this, your course, and finish.
I see.
So I had to study, you know. So I said, okay, let me stay with King Faisal in Kumasi, because, you know, in the Division 1 league, you play around the same zone and not too much pressure like the Premier League, so that I will, like I said, will finish the course I was doing at Tech. So one day, I think it was a Wednesday or something, I get a call from Asante-Fuku. You know, Asante-Fuku is my very good friend.
Okay.
So he tells me his friend is going to have some club somewhere or national team somewhere. So I remember telling him that I'm not ready to work with anybody, because in all my life I have been an assistant coach for only 2 months.
Okay.
At club level. So I don't know how it will be working, especially outside Ghana, because I'm assertive. But if it is Kwesi Appiah, I can give it a try. So he said, okay, he'll get back to me. So I was there, and then Kwesi called me. So when Kwesi called me, he was like, okay, I have a job at Sudan. He said, if you will go there, I'll go with you.
Okay.
He said, okay. So we just finished the deal. I think I went there and accepted the terms, and that was it. So before the thing was coming out and people were talking about Kwesi Appiah is thinking of going to Sudan with Ignatius, I had my visa and my plane ticket. So I was on the flight going.
I see.
And people were talking about. So that's how it happened. It happened within like 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. I see. So you get the Sudan job, you go, things begin, you have this AFCON qualifier to take care of, and then CAF puts Sudan and Ghana in the same group. How did you feel? How did you feel when the draw was done and you knew that you would have to knock out Ghana effectively if you had to go to the AFCON? It was either that or Ghana was joining Sudan to the AFCON. So how was your mindset knowing that you have to face Ghana twice and potentially either Ghana was going out, Sudan was going out, or the two teams are going to the AFCON?
I didn't like it. To be fair, I didn't like it because first, me myself, I know the fuss around me in Ghana and what people were going to talk about, what have you. You are restricted not to talk because now you are in the same group with Ghana. People will call you, Ignatius, can we have interview? You cannot do your interview and all of these things. So I didn't like it. The second thing was Kwesi Appiah, knowing he was an ESCO member, I know how petty Ghanaians are, how they will be dealing with the issue and all of these things. I felt it was going to unsettle both Ghana and then Sudan. But I was confident that we will qualify both teams.
Oh.
When the draw came, I was too much confident that both teams will qualify. Until now there is a draw. We're starting in September. The draw comes in June. So now you have to now look for videos of your opponent. Now look at their stats and what have you. Because I did computer engineering, I'm much more into the data aspects. Then I look at the teams and I look at Angola. And I see that the guys hardly lose a match. Even if you beat Angola 1-0 at your home, the best you can do is 1-0. And their goals that they concede comes way after maybe 70 to 80th minute. Then I'm interested in Angola. Then they can be a hard nut to crack. So let me look into them. Then I check and I see that their coach their U17, coach their U20, coach their U23, then becomes their head coach. Then I check the age category of their players, and it looks like core of the team are the players he has coached. So it meant that he has his hand on. So you go to the then ended AFCON. Oh, they went into the quarter finals. Then they are a team, very difficult team to beat. I check, they keep a lot of clean sheets. Then I come to Sudan because I'm doing. How can we overcome them? Oh, okay, so we don't lose at home. We also keep a lot of clean sheets. So we can win all our home games, get one draw, maybe at Niger. That's what I was thinking. We get 10 points, and that should qualify us. Then I come to Ghana because I'm now assessing the teams. I see that in 7 games, Ghana had considered like 8 goals. Ghana had not kept a clean sheet. So Ghana is going to face teams that keeps clean sheets, but they themselves cannot keep clean sheets. So what it means is that if Sudan should score 1 against Ghana at the Kumasi Sports Stadium, it becomes very difficult for Ghana to equalize. It means that Ghana cannot score more than 2 against this team. If Angola, so the best for, per the data, the best for Ghana against Angola is a 0-0 draw, a 0-0 draw in Angola. So in both games, it's a draw. Against Sudan, 0-0, 0-0. Because I'm only using data, I'm not using quality and what have you. So then I came to conclusion that it will be a very difficult campaign for Ghana.
I see.
So I remember going on Pure FM, BKB, and he asked me the same question, which teams will qualify? I say Ghana, I say Sudan will qualify. Then he's like, Sudan and which team? I say Sudan will qualify. 3 times I say Sudan will qualify. because from data, I knew Angola.
And data doesn't lie.
Yes, I knew Angola will qualify. But I'm a Ghanaian. You cannot go on a national radio and say that Ghana will not qualify. Knowing Ignatius, if I say that, do you know how many people will come at me and what? So you have to be. So I said Sudan will qualify, but I never mentioned whether Ghana will not qualify, because when you look at the data, it didn't suggest that Ghana was going to qualify per their former something. Because look, when Otoado took over in last year match, we played Nigeria. Nigeria beat us 2-1. You remember? We had conceded 2 there. We played Uganda. Uganda, it was 2-2. We conceded 2 there. We came to play in the World Cup qualifier in June against Mali. It was 2-1 against Mali. Yeah. We conceded 1. Against Central African Republic, you remember? 4-3 in Kumasi Sports Stadium. So it meant that all the matches he had played, like 4 of them, Ghana had conceded. Okay, this is Otoado. Let me go back to the World Cup. That's where he was. Yeah. Against Nigeria, even in the World Cup qualifier, it was 1-1. You remember?
Yes, I remember.
We go into the World Cup 3-2 against for Portugal.
Yes.
3-2 against
3-1 against Portugal. Was it 3-2? 3-2. Yes, 3-2. 3-2 South Korea.
Then
2-0.
2-0. So it meant that we were conceding goals and so I felt that we would concede against any of the teams. And if you look at the teams, as I was saying, this is purely on data. This is purely on data. The other aspect that I said that we will qualify is that I think we had Kwesi Appiah, who was too much experience. And for me, more than 50% of our qualification is on Kwesi Appiah.
I see. Because of his experience.
Yes. And see, if you have never met him, I remember meeting him for the first time. We sat at table when we went there and we were talking. At that time, he had not become my friend like this, because people had told him Ignatius is not respectful, Ignatius is that, Ignatius is that. So he was being extremely careful with me, but he felt that I could be good to help him prosecute his agenda. So if he's not respectful, if he's that, he is that. All I need is for him to work. So if he can work, let us forget about whether he's respectful. So I saw from the start he was very careful with me and all of that. Then he was saying something. He said, Ignatius, do you think I'm not good? Just let's assume that I'm not even good. If I'm not even good, I have something. And that actually stuck with me. Because, Nathan, if he's not good, he qualified the Black Stars to the World Cup.
Yeah.
From the start of a qualifier to the end of the qualifier. In that time, he beat Egypt 6-1 in the Kumasi Sports Stadium. At the World Cup proper, he was the only team Germany did not beat.
That's true. We drew 2-2 in that game.
And that game was rated the best match of the tournament. There was a final, but that game was rated the best match. It means that he has what? Something.
He has something.
And what is that something he has? I say, he's good. You might, coaches don't, are we saying Pep Guardiola is not good?
I mean, he's good.
Is Pep not good?
He is.
But he doesn't win matches every day. He's been losing now. Is he not good?
He is.
Is Jose not good?
Jose is still.
Ancelotti was sacked by Real Madrid. Is that not? He's one with them again. So coaches will not have it always. But the bottom is that the guy is too much good and he's too much experience. Because there are things there. I remember I was leading a tactical session. Tactical sessions are quite boring because it's stop and players don't like it. Players don't like it. So it's like, and I was shouting, hey Abuakla, hey, like I was getting frustrated. Then you walk up to me, my guy, this guy saying, at this level, don't shout. Calm down. You know, after the session, one of the boys who was my friend, Pogba, comes to me. Kofi, today you were shouting too much. For him to say that, tells you they were all concerned. And they have spoken to him, my guy. Go and speak to your guy. If he doesn't stop this thing. And we had one coach there. One day, one of the boys fought with him at training. Straight. He was shouting on me. You, what is this thing? We saw you, coach. They beat you in front of everybody.
Wow.
You get a point. But Kwesi Appiah will be like, hey, don't do this. Hey, look, when we're coming to Ghana, he comes to my room and he's like, look, the attention is going to be on you. So please, anything anybody does to you, let's calm down. That's why when Atapoko came to ask me, he saw somebody headbutt me. I said I didn't see it because I was concentrating on my job. You understand? Because he had told me, look, for me, I didn't even think about that because I was only thinking about the game. But he has finished thinking about the game to come to the periphery of the game. Look, they will get you angry. I'm telling you. 5 minutes into the game, somebody insulted me. And I look at that somebody who insulted me, I'm like, my guy, at least in coaching, I'm bigger than you are.
Wow.
I look at myself. No, I look at
who was this person? Do you want to mention it?
The guy insulted
I know
me.
the person.
You know the person. But the person was with the Black Stars team.
I don't know, but he insulted me from that side.
In coaching and sessions.
In coaching, he's bigger. So you mean you're talking about somebody?
I'm like,
only you know the person.
You know the person.
I'm like, my guy, the guy is insulting me. Who are you? Stupid.
So
I'm like,
listeners, apology.
Yeah, it's a. I'm only reporting. I'm only reporting something.
Fair. And you told him that in coaching you've done a lot more than him.
I'm like, hey, what is this? I said, in coaching I'm bigger than you. Nobody even knows you. Yes, maybe in your former life you might like Nathan. In coaching I'm bigger than you.
That is true.
But maybe in your former life you might be a very big person, which you are.
Yes.
But
in coaching,
I'm bigger than you, so my guy.
So now you've seen the coach.
Take your time. No, I'm not talking. It might not be a coach.
It might not be a coach.
That's why I use Nathan. So I'm like, okay. But Kwesi Appiah, look, if he had not preempted my mind, I would have responded. And it would have been chaos. Because the way the guy spoke to me, I'm like, hey, what is this thing? It's football game. We'll finish. Take your time. When we finish. Okay. So after the game, he comes to me. And he wants to apologize. I said, no, don't apologize. I don't hold it against you because I know you want to win. So whatever you will do to win, you will do to win.
It's tell me about, you've mentioned the return leg, that goalless draw here. Talk to me about the preparation that went into the game in Morocco, which was technically...
In Benghazi.
In Benghazi, Libya, sorry.
Libya.
That was technically the home game for Sudan. Effectively, it was, I think, that game that nailed the Black Stars and stopped them from going to...
That's what you think.
That's what I think.
Okay, that's good. But I think that the game we lost at the Kumasi Sports Stadium.
The Angola game. Yes. You think that was the day the qualifying ended?
Once we lost, that was it.
That was the end.
Because for me, just as I've told you, I had predicted, win all your 3 games, get an away draw,
and that's it.
You are true. So once you lose one home game, it meant that now you
have to go and win one
away game and draw another away game. If all the teams are winning their home games, it means that the Black Stars are out.
I see.
So for me, that game in Kumasi was the end. But you see, when they were coming to Benghazi, when we finished the game here, this is the first time I'm talking a lot.
It was a double header, so we played here and then the next game we played Sudan.
So we didn't have very good travels in Ghana. I think one of our best defenders came. He came from the airport and we're waiting for him to go to the final training session.
Wow.
So because of travel arrangements and all of you. So in the game in Ghana, we decided that we'll do a medium press. We'll press from the medium to low so that we conserve a lot of energy. So you saw a lot of the time Ghana had the ball in their half and they were playing. And we decided that we were going to employ a lot of long balls so that we don't run too much. You know. But deep in the second half, like 70th minute, nature takes its course. People are getting extremely tired. We have to change strategy. Black Stars begins to make a lot of chances. It was a big game. But we had a very good goalkeeper. So going back, a lot of our people were worried that when they look at the chances. But me, I deal with data, just as I'm saying. It's not what you see. Sometimes when you see the video, it is different from what you saw at the stadium. And when I watch the data, the first half, Ghana created 2 chances, 2 shots on target. one against the woodwork. So like 3 chances. That's the whole 45 minutes. When I stepped it further, up until 68 minutes, Ghana has created no decent chance in the second half. So all Ghana chances came in there after 70th minute in the second half. So what could it be attributed to? We were tired. That's all I attributed it to. I'm like, my guy, don't be worried, don't be worried because we were tired. We will not be tired here. They will rather be tired. Because they will have to come a day before the game. They will not want to come 2 days before the game. So the game is on Tuesday. They will get there maybe Sunday in the evening, train on Monday, go to play the game on Tuesday and travel. Because they will come with a chartered flight. They have only 48 hours to deal with it. The second aspect is that the pitch was a artificial pitch. Again, the size of the pitch is small.
I am asking that because I heard some inside info on how
maybe I could talk about
the size. So the size was a key factor.
Yeah, it's key. When we came to the Kumasi Accra Sports Stadium, very big. I remember there was a ball, and I was shouting on my guy, "It is not going out. So run with the defender." He doesn't. He thinks the ball is going out. Then Alidu goes for the ball. But I look at it, I say, when they come there, the way they were playing that expansive football, opening us up, they will not get it at the Benghazi, the Benina Stadium, because the size of the pitch is smaller. And what played into our advantage, and I always say, is that I think that match should have suited Jordan.
Really?
Yes, because you know why? Because the pitch was too much small. You see? Otuado played a striker, Inaki. And you know Inaki wants the ball behind him. And so because he was too close, the goalkeeper comes to stand at the edge of the box. So once they put the ball there, the goalkeeper is close to the ball and Inaki cannot run. So it was a factor of we used the pitch size to deal with the issue. So more or less we played the force number 9 then, who will drop inside, bring one of the defenders, especially Juku, and somebody runs with what do you call him? The other centre back, Salisu. And that's how our goals.
I noticed that the goals we conceded, long ball. The first one was a long ball.
Second ball is a long ball behind them.
So you had the Black Stars figured out. I see.
No, you see, because after the game in Ghana, when I went to the press conference, I said that we were lucky. But look, we had a goalkeeper who had in his last 8 games not conceded a goal.
I see.
So not conceding in Ghana, and goalkeeper having a man of the match tells you the performance of the goalkeeper.
I see.
So I can come to press conference and say that we were lucky, but truth, we played our best player in goal.
Your best player was the one in goal.
So if he was a striker and he banged in 2 goals, strikers change matches. Is that not? Yesterday we saw this beautiful goal from is it Ibrahim Diaz and the other. They changed virtually the game. Is that not? So the goalkeeper changed the game. I knew the quality of the goalkeeper, but I don't expect for a coach to meet me and say that after the game, say that Ignatius, you were lucky. You cannot be lucky here. When you tell me that, I will take it personal.
Wow. So you took it personal.
So I took the game personal in Benghazi, and now went beyond data. I went beyond data because I deal with data and video. What I see and how the data spoke to
what you see and the numbers.
Yes, you know that in Benghazi, Ghana had 1 shot on target
in 90 minutes.
Yes, 1 shot on target. Wow. Is it almost the same as the first half in Ghana? So if I say that the chances Ghana created in Ghana was not as a result Ghana were flamboyant or too good. It was as a result we were tired. And when we went there and we had the pitch and everything to our advantage and we were not tired, Ghana could not create chances against us.
Wow, wonderful. So, Ignatius, tell me, as a Ghanaian, how did it make you feel? How did you view the Ghanaian team? You are watching you are playing against the Black Stars, and they cannot seem to give you problems. I know on the Sudanese side you were happy, but it must have broken your heart as a Ghanaian watching your national team and not being able to see them deliver.
I had too much misfeelings because we had a group of technical team members that seemingly the only one who had believed in us was Keto Kreko.
I see.
If I say people will not agree, but me, speak to anybody close to Ket, he will tell you Ignatius is one of the best people he has ever seen. He's told me to my face before. And a lot of people say, oh, Ignatius, we know Ket is your man. Can you think about it? If I could talk Boafo, then coordinate and I'm getting some information, Ignatius is going to be named the assistant coach to the Black Stars. What would have been your reaction? Just be frank with yourself.
Yeah, I'll say, wow, that's huge.
A lot of people will say, oh, because he's friend to Ket, he worked with his something. So for me, it was something to show that, oh, Ignatius can do the job.
Yeah.
And we know what happened with Kwasi and the Black Stars. Eric Amponza had never been given, from Kwasi Nyantechi's time to Ket, has never been given any national team to coach as a goalkeeper's coach. Meanwhile, he coached Oforientry. This house of goalkeeper, the big one.
Richard Atta.
When he went to the Black Stars, he was his coach. So for me, that's where I was happy for him. And for Kwasi, that at least they have some retribution. But the other aspect was that I was sad that we will not qualify for the AFCON. Because look, if we qualify, Ghana qualified for the AFCON, I could put a lot of people, I could call people. Now, oh yeah, Yawampafo, can you take this one? My sister's brother, my sister's something. Can you be like Ghana will buy supporters there? Is that not? And I will have some people in there. So I'm thinking about all of this social something that we are going to lose. But when it comes to quality, trust me.
What was the problem of the Black Stars in the qualifiers? Was it player quality, attitude, coaching? What was it? Because you played the Black Stars twice, and I'm sure you observed them through the series. Why did we not qualify for the AFCON?
I think it's too much. I place a lot of them on the media. You will not want to hear that, but I place a lot of the factors on the media. A lot of what the media said took the hearts of Ghanaians away from the Black Stars. The fuss about the pitch not good and all of these things. Yeah. But you see, sometimes we've got to hide certain things. Look, let me give you a typical example now. We have 3 weeks to a World Cup qualifier. Very crucial. I've seen people release something for the Black Stars, the budget for the Black Stars.
Yeah, that was the last World Cup.
Yes, for the Black Stars. Should it be released at this time? Then Ghanaians get angry. Then they are like, we should not even qualify. How can you give $20,000 to somebody? Why should somebody get $100,000? You see all of these things. It goes a long way to the ordinary Ghanaian who used to pray for it. Let me tell you, my father's brother is a priest. In 2010, when Ghana were playing the AFCON, Ghana scores 1 goal. And he goes to sit in front of the tabernacle in his house. You know a tabernacle? Yeah. As a Catholic, where the Eucharist. That's one of the places Catholics who pray. They believe that God is present. Once Ghana scores goals, he stops watching the match. He goes to sit in front of the tabernacle to pray for Ghana. Now this guy will not do it again. We are spiritual beings. Don't take these things for granted.
Okay.
If we believe that if we pray to God and God will hear, you want to marry, God, I want to marry. I pray to God, or give me a good wife. God gives you a good wife. Why do you think that when you pray to God that the Black Stars should win and the Black Stars should win? The Black Stars did well all over these years, not because they were too much good, but it's because they had the nation with them. That's why I'm saying that a lot of the factors, barring the individual, because when it comes to quality, we all saw Partey yesterday.
Yeah.
We all saw Partey yesterday. I saw a pass he gave to what's his name? This guy, the captain, Odegaard.
Yeah.
That one they were calling for penalty.
Yeah.
So wow. Me on TV, I didn't see the pass coming because I was thinking it was going either what? Boom! He goes there. This is the quality we are talking about. Are we saying Kudus is not good? Tell me a national team in the African continent that Kudus will not start. See, I had a player, Mohamed Issa, Mo Issa. He stays in England. He used to tell me, Coach, I don't see Jordan. I don't see. And anytime he will talk about Jordan, I'll tell him, see me, I have a very good relationship with Jordan. So when it comes to Jordan matters, I don't talk about it because I will definitely be biased. You understand?
Okay.
I will definitely, it's like Baba Rahman. When somebody talks about Baba Rahman, I will definitely be biased. So I don't want to talk about this place. But wait, we are in the same group with them. When we play them, after playing them in Ghana, and Benghazi comes to me, say, Coach, that guy is too good. I'm like, how did you know? Do you see his close control? Do you see his hold-up play? I'm a striker. I cannot compare. I say, okay, but look, this is where you are getting it even wrong. The guy played for Marseille consistently before he came to Swansea. Consistently before he went to Aston Villa. Consistently before he went to Crystal Palace. Consistently. Do you think that all these coaches were that bad that they didn't see a good player?
I see.
Which Ghanaian player in Ghana now? I hear people do. He's from my league. Abigail and Co. They are from my league. Which Ghanaian player, if he's not good, will be playing in Monaco?
True.
Let's be frank with ourselves. Ali Dusedu. I would say he's not. Tariq Lamptey.
I mean, if you are not good, you are not playing
Bournemouth.
leagues.
Semenyo. In that, we see them. See, the difference between Sudan and Ghana, I always say, is that Ghana has polished talent. Sudan has talent, but they are not polished. Because when you play in those leagues, you become elite and all of these things. They told me, Coach, the people are too efficient. When they even strike the ball, like when they pass, you can hear the sound of the ball. Boom! Too much. So it has nothing to do with quality.
So you've mentioned the media, and then what else?
So basically I put the whole something on the media because the media created too much fuss about the Black Stars. Yeah, you might be right. The things you were saying, I'm not saying it's not right, but you have to know when and how to say. I have seen a media personnel say, no, we should not even go to the stadium to watch the Black Stars. Like, really? You have never covered a tournament before. Nathan, those of you who have covered a tournament, you will notice that the Black Stars not qualifying for the AFCON was a huge toll on the media.
It's a big deal.
Look, we go to this AFCON and Ghana's ranking will drop after 32. Straightforward. Ghana will drop. And you think that those of you who vote in the Ballon d'Or and what something, you'll get to vote there. No, you will not. So that's why I'm saying that when you look at these things, then you tell yourself and you're like, okay, I admit the fact. This is information I've had. I should not put it out there. You think I cannot come and sit here and tell you everything? Oh, we had experienced coach. This one was not experienced. We had this. But sometimes where you are and you have, that's why I say, me, I put everything on the door. Yes, the GFA might have not done things well, but you reported it. Sometimes you don't have. In government, those who report on government see things in government, but they don't report it because they will tell you security concerns. So we should, for me, the media should treat some of these things, especially 2 weeks to a World Cup qualifier. You are bringing the money from 2022, 3 years down the line, to talk about this now so that people will get what? Agitated. Or when we qualify for the World Cup, last 2 years, they took this money in this current economy. You want to take 100,000, give it to Alaji Gurusa, and go and say Alaji should bring 50. As Alaji reported, here you should bring 50,000. No, then the Black Stars. Once it starts from there, then Chad comes to Ghana, play a very good game, gets a draw, and the dream is shattered. But this World Cup, trust me, we have to qualify.
What will it take? Finally, as we wrap up, we have to talk some tennis. They are already here. As we wrap up, so 2 questions. 1, what will it take for us to qualify? And 2, just in a few words, how are Sudan preparing for the AFCON? You've made it. You are now there. What are the plans and what are your own expectations of Sudan?
we are in 2 tournaments now. The Chan tournament, we qualified. And we have put that one in the deep freezer because currently we are going to play Senegal. That's our major. We want to qualify for the World Cup.
I see.
That's Kosic's dream, to qualify Sudan for the World Cup. And that's why on the Black Stars, I think government should be very, very much interested. We should cautiously, as media people and GFA and everybody, create
and the technical team.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And everybody should create a positive vibe around the Black Stars. You cannot come and deal with captaincy issues a day to a crucial game. That will create if a media team reports that you created the mess, they just came to what reported. So I do agree. That's why I'm ultimately the FA, the technical team, the playing body themselves, and the whole government machinery should create a positive vibe around the Black Stars, so that we will have Ghanaian support for the Black Stars to go forward. And for me, once Ghana comes all out to support the Black Stars, not only at the stadium, but everywhere in Ghana, I think we can beat anything.